Welcome to my YouTube channel, Karibuni Sana. And guys, I take this time to thank you for every subscriber. Thank you guys for everyone that has taken their time to subscribe. God our bless Sana, Sana, Sana. And everyone that gives their comment. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations again for the YouTube video. God our bariki Sana. And Lord. And guys, if you're viewing my videos and you have not subscribed and the video is actually blessing you, please subscribe, hit the notification bell for you to be notified anytime I release a new video. Guys, you'll be supporting my channel, and if it's impactful to you, I pray that you will share so that it can be impactful to the other person. And I'm looking forward to be helped by God to actually make more and more impactful videos. I hope you've enjoyed the previous one. I thank you for the people that are giving me actually, where to work on, what to do. God bless Sana. And a special shout out to my friend Yvonne. I love you so much. Thank you for always being there. To my partner, baby, I love you. Thank you so much. Guys, so I want to do a singlehood series. So I ask you a question. Are you single and miserable, or are you single and loving it? And miserable means, are you single and you want to move on to the next relationship as soon as possible? Or you're actually single and loving it, but you're looking forward to actually getting a partner in the future? I don't know. So comment down below and tell me, where are you? Are you single and miserable, or are you single and loving it? My goal in this series is for you to be single and love it until there's a right person for you, if you really want to get married, to settle with in marriage. Paul says, there are those who have the gift of remaining single. I am not one of them. Thank you. And there are those with the gift of getting married. Yeah, like me. Yeah, I really, really, really love marriages and families and relationships. So guys, get a cup of coffee or a cup of juice, get some biscuits, get some popcorns or whatever you enjoy. Take a snack. Guys, I'm going to give you a short story of how I was single and miserable. Very miserable. And how I got to now be single and love it. And because this story can be a bit long, guys, I'm going to tell you how I was single and miserable. What are the lessons I learned? And from this story, I'm actually going to tell you my heartbreak story. Guys, I know if you're watching me and you've been heartbroken before, I know you know how it feels. It's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. It's very hard. And it only takes the Lord himself to actually pull you out of it. Because guys, I've seen people heartbroken. People end up into depression. People end up killing each other, which is very sad. And guys, kama si Yesu, I think I would be one of them, because man, I was bitter, which I'm going to actually give you the story. We see people actually, committing suicide, which is very sad. And guys, I pray that this story, even in such a situation where unafeel umefika mwisho, I pray that this story gives you a ray of hope to actually trust in God, And I pray, guys, it actually encourages you and allows you to actually feel there's actually hope. And guys, that is not the end of life. I can tell you, after a heartbreak, I have had so other beautiful moments. So guys, sometimes we give up too soon without seeing there's a life ahead of it. I remember there's a friend of mine was telling me that he went to one of our pastors and told him, this lady left me, nini. And the pastor, he actually told him, unajua, hawa watu sika the 12 disciples wa Jesus. Yani, there's more to life than dating and relationship to itself. And there are more other people out there. But remember, there's the right one for you. So, guys, I pray in that situation, allow God to heal your heart. Allow God to step in. Because, guys, I was miserable. I was bitter. I was angry. I was hurt. I was broken. I was on the line to depression. But you know what? Guys, sorry about them Kokoteni thing. But you know, guys, it is God who held my hand. It is God who took my hand and enabled me to, get out of that hole. Because guys, to be honest, slowly by slowly, I was slipping into depression. I could not eat, I could not sleep. A lot was happening. And guys, allow me to give you the story of how I was single and miserable. And in the next videos, I'm going to tell you of the lessons I have learned, major lessons I have learned from that being single and miserable. And then guys, I'm going to tell you of how I transitioned from being single and miserable to a lady being single and loving it. So yes, sip tea with me as we get into this story. So guys, it was the year 2018. Actually, let me start from 2017. 2018, I got into a relationship. It was beautiful until 2018 December. That is when it was officially over. Guys, no closure, no nothing. Someone that does not tell you what you did or what. There were a lot there, the case of I was the problem, you are not, and what not, the Lord has said, and what not. And guys, mi nilianza mwaka mpya nikiwa single. In this phrase people are using, kurudi soko. I don't think I'll use it. But, guys, 2019 ikianza. Okay, thank God aliniacha 2018 because I started a new year single. And miserable. I was so miserable, guys. So yeah, it's a new year. I remember we broke up. Actually, not breaking up. I don't know what happened. It's now 2019 January. I'm coming back to start school again because campus will close upon 24th, 23rd. So I'm coming back on January because I had felt like we are breaking apart. Well, a lot had happened. So I remember I'm coming back to school on January, and because we've not been talking well, so I went to call him and tell him if you're around, we can actually meet and talk. And I call him, but when I call him, he picks a call like he's not interested, guys. And I realized where it's getting bad. And I tried to reach him out, to a point like I am even looking for him at 9 p.m. Where are you? Can we talk? Nini. Guys, can you comment down below? What is that stupid thing? Let me call it stupid or foolish thing that you did when you were heartbroken to actually just try to bring the relationship back. I tried everything. I tried to talk to him. Then I can realize by there, nothing is going to happen. And the story of becoming miserable was such a long one. Because guys, I remember I went through the processes of the stages of grief. Denial. Was now in denial, and I went to bargaining, telling God, unajua God, ukinirudisha hii relationship, I'll worship you like never before. God, sorry for that. I'll worship you, God, with all my life. Because I remember earlier he had told me, Maureen, I don't think you actually trust God. And actually he was being right. Because that guy was my identity. He was my everything. He was my to-go. Like, let me tell you, we were always together. He was my solution. He was my sunshine. He was my hot water. He was my cup of tea. He was every single thing. Everything that I needed to do. What do you think of every single thing? There was no other place of God. There was no other place of the Holy. There was no place of God at all. So it's 2019. It's now official. It has gone through a process, because I think, guys, when a relationship is ending, you actually unajuanga kitambo. Like if you sit down and look back, unajua kwenye bedhe kitumbua kilianza kuingia mchanga. Unajuanga tu. And I remember when the relationship was, at its peak, it's all pizza and burgers. Yani, the relationship was just so nice. I remember one day I was living in the hostel and I'm at the gate of the hostel. Yani, hapo tu katikati. And a word just drops into my mind. I guess, guys, it was either First Peter or First John. I remember going to the hostel, I read that word. And as I was reading that word, the thing that came into my mind was this relationship. And it is like God was warning me. Sorry. It's like God was actually telling me, actually don't want you to be here. But there was no relationship between me and him as much. Me, I knew about God, but I did not like know him vizuri. It was like he's a healer, he's an amazing God. And I agreed. Okay, ungesema God is faithful. I'm like, yeah. But personally, I have not experienced him for myself. I couldn't get. I've not experienced it for myself. I knew about God, about what people told me, about the experiences of people, but I did not know God about for myself. So I've read that verse and I'm like, God, why are you saying this about the relationship? I don't know. If the Holy Ghost want to pass a point through, he'll actually make you understand it. And I knew for sure God is talking about the relationship. And God was actually putting it out how he was not like happy and how immoral he found it. Because guys, I can be honest, it is not a relationship that I can sit down and say it was actually such a pleasing relationship to God. I cannot say that about it. And God was not happy. And then actually, guys, what we did, we were beginning to, both of us, get deeper into the relationship with God. For him also, like ilikuwa tu, he has come to campus, he's beginning to make those small steps in salvation. I've also come to campus. I'm also, like, I was a CU member back in high school, and actually a CU leader, but yani, my identity did not come from Christ. It came from me being a CU, by the virtue of me being a CU leader, I am born again. Like, guys, you get, I had not encountered Jesus for myself. So yes, I was a CU leader, but CU leader mwenye hajakombolewa kabisa. Yani CU leader mwenye hajakuwa na encounter. With an encounter with Jesus, you don't remain the same. So hapa, I am born again by the virtue of me being a CU leader. You can't get. Yeah, so into campus, I'm beginning to actually begin to see a different aspect of salvation, with my friends. There are those friends like Yvonne, this lady. Like, she was a lover of Jesus. So I'm like, kumbe actually there's more to salvation than actually what I've just known. There's more to salvation than just, being a CU leader. And then, guys, let me tell you, this lady used to speak in tongues. I was like, yeah, kumbe this part of salvation. So I'm also like trying to make these 2 steps. I'm realizing things and I'm realizing different things. So we're already in a relationship. So remember, God was not involved from the beginning. I remember today I was reading Isaiah chapter 28 from verse 17 up. It speaks about how Christ is a sure tested, foundation that we can be able to build on, and we are sure that foundation will stand. So this is the foundation that we are supposed to build our relationship on, our future marriages, our friendships. Like every other thing in our life should be built. Like Christ has to be the foundation of every other thing that we build in our life. By that, we are sure that it will stand. So sisi tumeanza kudate. The reason why we started dating is because we like each other. There's nothing more. Was there a marriage in the picture? I think there was marriage, but we wanted to get married in 5 years to come. But we actually didn't want that to enjoyments. You call me babe, I call you babe, and we move on. Yeah, so guys, so I'm heartbroken. He has left. It's official now. We can no longer talk. I've tried everything to talk to him, how it work. And then guys, remember, we're in the same circle of friends, we are doing the same units, all that. We're in the same church, we're in the same fellowships. So it was difficult. It was so difficult. I remember I was so bitter that I actually wanted him to die. I'm telling God, God, mi nataka bullet 2 moja, staki unipe mingi, cause definitely I'll not miss. I want 1 bullet. Guys, God, and let me kill this guy. And I hope you won't take me to hell. Yani, witchcraft, let me tell you, bitterness. Bitterness is not, actually bitterness is a spirit. Bitterness. A bitter man is a dangerous man. Bitterness is bad. Anger and bitterness, guys, they're just a spirit. I remember I was so angry with him. I just wanted him to die because he had hurt me so much. Remember, guys, there was no closure. So, bado sijaelewa mbona niliachwa. I was left. Mbona sijaelewa. So the journey starts. And then, I guess, I lost my friends in the process. Like we said in the previous video, a hurt person hurts other people. So I have no friends, no partner. And then I remember I had moved on to a house in Karen. I used to live in Mamba Village, around Mamba Village. We had moved in with my friend. And then that process, at Kahama, she wanted to start a new life. Nimekasirika, you know, it was just a lot. A lot. So guys, I'm left somewhere in the middle. No friends, no partner. Alafu remember, guys, from first year to where I am used to having like friends around. Literally, I am used to having friends around. Hakuna siku moja ungenipata peke yangu hiyo shule. So right now, literally, sina mtu. You know, I remember one day standing in school and go, guy, imagine niko peke yangu. I am alone. Now it's to begin to go home alone. Sijazoea, it's painful. I don't know where my friends are. Waliniacha, walienda. It was hard. It was really hard. And then now, like, every day seeing him, and him, like, not, hakuwa na seem affected by this situation. It seemed like I'm the only one who is hurting alone. Like, he was smiling. He was actually a smiling machine. He was okay. He's talking to people. I'm seeing him with, you know, a few other classmates who are ladies. He's taking, you know, them to fellowships. Yani life yake iko tu sawa kabisa. Mi church ni worship time, unafikiria nimezama ndani ya roho. Ni heartbreak. Ni heartbreak. So niko hapo nimeworship, tears are just, I think wacha nikwambie, the gathering of champions. Aki the moments, guys, I've cried there. I have cried in gathering of champions. And then hiyo time unakaa everyone is targeting you. Because I remember hadi kwanza ilikuwa hadi, so tukafika hapo around Valentine's in gathering of champions, which, guys, I invited you. It happens in Kenya Cinema every Thursday under Mr. T or Pastor T. So every Valentine's period, Pastor T does a love series. You know, he speaks about relationships and dating and whatnot. You know, educating us about, you know, godly relationship, nini. So that series I preach. And everything he used to say in Corona, it's actually against me. Kila kitu. And he was actually just telling people. There are people who used to receive it. But for me, because I'm already hurt, I used to receive hizo words ni chumvi naongezewa kwa, you know, the wound. And for a moment, I used to be really offended by those sermons, which I had to overcome later. Yeah, guys, so I'm now alone. I'm no one. I remember, like, I was not so close to God. So, siwezi atianza kusema nitaanza kuomba. Because I didn't even know how to. I think my relationship with God was also defined by my friends. If they know God, I also know God. You know, if they go to church, I also go to church. So I know God. You know, if they pray in the morning, I also wake up and pray for a few minutes. I know God. Like, what are you telling me? I did not know, like, there's more to a relationship with God. You know, I'm going to church. I am praying. Nasomanga verse your Bible, John 3:16. You know, tuko na fellowship and I can share 1, 2, 3. I felt like I knew so much about God. There's nothing else you could tell me. Now I'm alone. I actually realize I'm now not able to talk to God like alone and personally. I am heartbroken. I have lost friends. It's painful. I began to lose weight. People are noticing. None of my clothes can fit me. It's unless nifunge belt, the last kashimo, you know. It's unless I wear my trousers with tights for them to actually fit me. Nimeanza kupata breakouts due to stress. My hair has started falling off, guys. And I used to have long hair in first year. My friends can tell you. Imeanza kukatika. Like, it just started falling off. Naenda kufanya blow dry. Saluni sanime, hey, na nywele yako inakatika. Guys, it was miserable. And everything is just not working. Everything. I am alone. Yani, hakuna kitu inafanya kazi. So remember, for a very long time, I used to wake up in the morning. Actually, sikuamka. I used to get out of bed sijalala usiku mzima Food in my house was non-existent. I was not cooking. My house was dirty. You know, guys, I really love organization. So at least, as much as ilikuwa ngumu, I was actually trying to actually organize my room kidogo. Do I hate to see disorganization? At least I was trying. So sipiki na silali. So asubuhi, maybe I used to sleep up around 5. So asubuhi, get out of bed, I am sleepy and I'm hurt. So I have to wear that face and actually like show everybody there's nothing wrong, there's nothing that is going on at all. Hakuna kitu mbaya, mimi niko sawa. But definitely people will begin to notice. So kila mtu anaanza, hey, skin yako, what happened? Ni stress mtu wangu, ni stress. And I realized, guys, at that time I did not realize that I was actually like pulling to depression, pole pole. Because guys, these are signs of depression. If you're not eating, you're not sleeping, you're sad, gloomy all the time, guys, they are signs of depression. And I actually realized I was actually going to depression after later in my nursing school I was having this mentor class, a unit. Then I realized, guy, by then nilikuanga naenda karibu nifike ndani ya depression kabisa. But the Lord snatched me. So it time like the pain is so much. And guys, like the pain of a heartbreak. Hawezi kunyea Panadol, ama kunyea tu maji moto, ama kakofi, ama mwarubaini, ama upake kaluma. Hawezi, it can only take the hand of God himself.